I saw a preview before the show started, and I'm like, I can't wait to watch it, and it's fabulous, and I'm addicted, and we love it.
Yeah, it's a good, we had Jonathan Shift, who made H2O, as you probably know, and he's such a fantastic producer, and the whole team and cast were just, it made everything work so easy, and it just flows so great, and I'm so happy to hear that people are liking it. It's awesome.
Exactly. Well, fill us in. What's a day like for you on the set? Tell us about that.
Well, it's depends what time you start. Sometimes you start really early. You start at like 4 in the morning, so you kind of wake up and you're a bit, but the sets are, yeah. And then there's this kind of big, I guess what you would call like a barn. We kind of call like a big shed. It's like a big studio, and then inside that they've got the house and the diner already made up. So you've got like a house and a diner now. So we go to the studios, and that's where we do all the internal stuff. But we have to go and get makeup done for a whole hour. So it's chair getting made look all pretty. Sometimes we don't get made look so pretty because there was one scene where I had to cry, and they had to put red under my eyes and make me look like I've been crying. So I kind of walked out looking a bit not so glamorous.
Wow. I think I know exactly what episode you're talking about. Was it the one with the storm where you were talking with Brandon on the
Yeah, the one. That was actually really fun to shoot, but we had an acting coach on set, Kate Ellis, and she said, okay, you need to scream in this scene, you need to get really scared. And she said, let's practice screaming because sometimes your voice is a little bit unnerved and you're a little bit nervous because there's about 20 crew members, like camera, lighting, all watching you to scream. So I went outside and she goes, okay, just give us a scream. And I just spelled out a scream. And she was like, okay, we're ready to go.
Wow. So
yes.
Does everybody hang out on and off set?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, at the time, we were all up in Queensland, and I was flying back and forth from Sydney up to Queensland because Madison wasn't in every single scene, but she was in every episode, so I didn't get as much. I didn't have to go on set as much. So I would fly home for 2 days, go up for 3 weeks, fly home for 2 days. But it was really cool. We all got sushi together and got to hang out. And then Lucy, who plays Zoe, she came down to Sydney and we did a few dance lessons together. So we also work with as well, Andrew. It was funny when we were in the car going to set. I was like, ooh, I wonder who my boyfriend's going to be. And he jumped in and I was like, he's really cool, and because Brandon's quite, strong and knows what he's doing and a little bit of himself. But Andrew wasn't like that at all. He was just really cool and laid back. So yeah, he's really lovely. It's a bit of a shame he's down in Victoria, though. I'm going down to Victoria, which is another state of Australia, about an hour's flight away. So I'm going down to Victoria in July, so I have to catch up with him for sure.
Oh, awesome. Very neat. And then go ahead and tell us, so what part of Madison are you exactly? How do you relate, other than the mean part, which that you're not?
Oh, thank you. Well, I think everyone's got a little bit of Madison in them, I mean, I used to be a surfer, for example. I used to surf at Billabong and get very competitive in my surfing. So as soon as I would get Madison's bikinis on and go out for a surf, I would kind of feel that coming out now. So when I go for a free surf as me, I kind of feel a little bit like Madison, like don't come near my waves, and I get a little bit aggressive like that. But she was a great character to play. I think a lot of people at first saw this really mean girl and a bit of a bully, and I think the way that the production showed her, it was great for kids that are getting bullied because they don't understand how a bully actually works. And when someone comes from literally outer space, like Zoe, and kind of threatens her surfing and her friends, she gets a little bit insecure and starts bullying people. So it was great to see that she's actually a little bit insecure as well. She's not like this big, tough bully. But Madison was awesome to play, and she had really good style as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we see all the surfing that you do. Tell us how you got started with the surfing.
Okay, well, I started really late. A lot of my friends were from Hawaii, and they started surfing when they were like 4 years old. And I started surfing when I was 12, and I just really liked it. I liked being out in the ocean, and I had an older brother who would tease me a little bit about it, like, girls can't surf, and sort of like, I'm going to show you. So I just started doing a few events, and then I got sponsored by Billabong, and I got to travel around the world and do a lot of events, surfing, and also did a lot of photo shoots. And it was such a great opportunity to go to these different countries, and you don't realize, I don't know, I don't know how to explain just being out in Fiji and then the next day being in New Zealand and then the next day being in Australia, just surfing and doing what you love. So it was really awesome. And then the Point audition came along, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And, you know, they didn't know I surfed at the time. They didn't know I was a surfer. And then they said, you got the part as Madison, who's the really strong Queen Bee surfer. And I was like, oh, cool, I can do my own stunts. And they're like, oh, what do you mean? And I was like, oh, I'm actually a surfer. They're like, oh, perfect.
Wow, that is so cool.
You know, because all the other cast were just kind of new to surfing. It was cool that I got to take them out and show them little bits and pieces I knew, like how to hold the board right and things like that. And it was really cool. We got to go surfing together as a cast. And I remember even there was one day where Philippa, who plays Amber, it was kind of big and she wasn't too sure. And I was like, you know, we'll just go out. And it's really nice when kind of like a friend teaches you, because you feel like you can, if you fall off, it's not a big deal. And like Philippa was ripping the first day. I was like, yeah, Philippa.
Wow. Well, tell us, for us non-surfers, do you think it's kind of easy to pick up on, or like for beginners, what do you think?
I think it's definitely easy to pick up on. The main thing to remember is every single person is scared of waves. Mm-hmm. When you first go out, you think, you know, it's so small and I'm so scared and I feel a bit stupid. Mm-hmm. But even now, I go out and it's tiny and I'm like, ooh, I haven't been surfing for 2 weeks. I'm not really sure about this. So it's really important to know that everyone gets scared of waves and it's totally fine. And once you kind of get used to it and get used to the ocean, you pick it up so easily, and it's such a great sport to do in summer, and you can do it with all your friends, and it's just a really healthy, happy sport, and you just feel like when you're on a wave, it's one of those feelings that you literally cannot describe unless you do it. Wow. But it's easy to pick up for sure.
Awesome. And where was the best surf at for you that you've traveled all over?
Ooh, I really liked Fiji. I went to this kind of remote island with Billabong to do a photo shoot, and I loved Fiji. That was amazing. Wow. I also really like Huntington Beach in California, mainly because you go surfing and then straight after you go to Ruby's Diner. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good. They have like 22 different flavors in milkshakes. It's amazing.
Oh, wow. That sounds great.
Yeah, and also I really like just surfing at home. It's kind of nice to see all your friends out when you travel so much. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, interesting. Well, that makes us want to surf even more. Sounds like a blast.
Sure. Yeah, it is really fun, and the main thing to remember is there's no sharks out in the ocean that are going to get you. Everyone has a fear of sharks, but really it's really slim chance.
Okay, good to know. I know that's my number one concern. That's it, the sharks. So
yeah, exactly.
And then go ahead and tell us also, do you have a favorite episode that you filmed of the show?
Ooh, a favorite episode. Let me think. I mean, every episode was so much fun to do because you're around such great people, and, you know, I think probably my favorite one was my first episode that we did, because we filmed out of sequence, which means we didn't film episode 1, 2, and 3. We would film episode 7, 27, 2, so it was all out of sequence.
So you skipped around.
So we skipped around heaps. So the first time I went on set to do my very first day of shooting, I was with Lucy, which was awesome because me and Lucy get on really well. And it was when Madison and Zoe are at the rocks and we're about to go out Lightning Point.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, come on, you can do it. So that was my first episode, and I forgot my last line. So I was like, I only have one line, and I forgot it. But that was probably my favorite one because I was just so excited. Actually, there was another time, and it was when the episode when the card was stuck to the bottom of the dish at the school. See that one? And all the dogs are outside the dish barking.
Oh, yes, saw that one as well. Mm-hmm.
That was my favourite one because I love dogs, so I went around and patted every single dog that day and played with it. So that was probably my favourite day.
Wow, that's a lot of fun. Do you have any dogs as well at home?
I used to have dogs. I used to have 8 dogs when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
But then when I was 8, I moved overseas to Malaysia. Mm-hmm. So we had to give them all away. But now I've got a cat, and I don't know where she's gone, but she's really cute. She's somewhere. So good luck.
Precious. Well, it sounds like you've been like pretty much all over the place. Do you have a favorite place that you've visited, or?
I love going to New York because America's Cup or Tutti Frutti, the yogurt places.
Oh, the yogurt places, yes.
in New York, every single corner there's a yogurt place. And I love those yogurt places. So I love going to New York just because it's such a big city and you get, you know, taken away, and I love all that. I love Newport Beach a lot. I love Hawaii. Hawaii's really fun. I've been there about 6 times now, so it's nice to go back to Hawaii. And I went to Paris a year ago for my 21st birthday by myself.
Wow.
So it was funny because I knew a little bit of French, but I was just kind of walking around. And the funny thing was, I learned how to say, I'm sorry, I don't speak French, I can only speak English. And I was saying, je regrette mon français est mal, which means my French is bad. What I thought is what I, you know. And then I actually learned that mal means bad in Italian, but in French, mal means evil. So I'm walking around Paris saying, oh, I'm sorry, my French is evil. Sorry, don't talk to me. And I thought I was just, people were stopping and talking to me because I looked French, but they're like, you are so weak.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And I was by myself, so when I finally got it, I was like at a cafe just laughing. People were like, that girl's really weird. I was like, yeah, probably.
Your French is so evil. Wow.
I know.
That is funny. Well, like I said, I mean, you really hit like the main spots, like Paris, Australia, Hawaii. Those are like the best places. And we're going to ask you, have you been to Greece?
I haven't been to Greece, but you know what? I'm half Italian, so I'm wanting to go to Italy next year and go over to Greece as well. But I haven't been to Greece, no. I would really love to go there, though, because I love Greece food and things like that.
Yeah. And then go ahead and tell us also for the show, do you have like a dream episode you'd like to see happen? Anything with Madison in particular?
A dream episode. I would love if Madison went to Hawaii. That'd be kind of cool. Hint, hint.
Yes.
A dream. I don't want to give too much away because, you know, what episode are you guys up to now at the moment?
Well, let me tell you what happened being in the U.S. here. We're done with the episodes. They played all 13, and they left us hanging. So we kind of... Yes, so we're done with it. We've seen everything, and we just ended on episode 13. We're waiting for the other 13. We don't know if they're going to play. We don't know.
Oh my god, that's the worst cliffhanger as well, 13, because so much happens in the other few episodes as well. Oh, God, I wish I could tell you, but I can't.
I know, please spill. I know.
Oh, I'm just trying to think how to hint it. Someone disappears. That's all I'll say. But they come back, but someone disappears. But they come back, but I'm not telling you who. So.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my dream episodes, I think, would... maybe if the whole cast went to Hawaii and there was a big surf comp and Zoe and Madison were in the finals together and got to battle it out or something. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Well, now you have us wanting to see like the other 13 because we don't know what happened. We want to see it.
Oh my god, the other 13 is so good as well. It's like so much more happens, so... I'm really bummed. I can't tell you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Not your fault. Not your fault. We just hope they play them. That's the most important part.
Yeah, I think they will. They probably just want to give a little cliffhanger for you guys anyway.
Yeah, and we were thinking maybe like H2O, you know how it kind of got split up? Maybe they'll do the same.
Yeah, exactly. H2O was a really good series as well. It was funny. I remember about maybe 4 years ago, I was watching H2O, and then when I went in and I got the part for Madison, I saw these H2O pictures. I was like, no way, I'm working with the same crew that did H2O. It was really cool.
Yeah, very cool. Both of those shows. I mean, the Australian shows I think are the best. They're good.
We do have really beautiful beaches and scenery to do stuff in as well, so we're really lucky here in Australia.
Wow. Do you guys get a lot of rain as well? Like a lot of that weather like that?
We do. It's quite weird. I mean... For the last week, it's been rainy non-stop, and it was freezing. It's like, you know when you go down to the snow and it's that really cold, cold wind, and you can feel it on your chest?
Oh, yeah.
It was like that, and it was rainy, and I was wearing my gumboots, and I was just like, oh, this is horrible. And then 2 days later, it was sunny, and everyone's in shorts. I was like, so it's really weird in Australia. It can be really sunny or really hot, but our winters are quite cold, and our summers are really, really hot. So... it's good. Oh, here's my cat. Be quiet. Sorry, my cat's trying to get in camera. But, Yeah, the weather in Australia is pretty good at the moment. We've got total opposite to America. So when you guys are on your spring break, we're in winter. And then in Christmas time when it's snowing, in Australia it's hot and sunny. And it's really funny because on all the shop windows, you know how they spray snow and do Christmas decorations and snowman?
Right.
It works in America because it's snowing, but then in Australia it's really hot and there's like pictures of snowmen and like snowflakes. But it's hot.
Wow, interesting. Very interesting. And also we're going to ask you, what do you like doing in your spare time when you're not acting?
When not acting, you know what, I've got to confess, I'm a really big nerd with Animal Planet. I love watching Animal Planet and documentaries, so I'm a bit of a nerd. I still surf every day as well, so I go surfing every day with my friends or just by myself. And I watch Animal Planet, go surfing, and what else do? I do lots of little bits and pieces. I love kind of planning out my next trip as well, so I'm always on the computer just going, where is cheap to fly to? But at the moment, I'm still at NIDA, which is the National Institute of Dramatic Arts, which is a big acting school in Australia, because I like to keep learning and, yeah, just keep pursuing with my acting, and, yes, that's just what I do. Just chill out and watch Animal Planet and be a nerd.
And tell us, are you going to do any more acting in the future? Anything else?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm just trying to, I think I just want to get a really solid platform first, and then hopefully I go over to America and see if there's any work there for me. And I'm definitely going to pursue with it for sure, because I love acting and I love what like for Lightning Point, for example, it's created this whole new world, and everyone has this great imagination about Lightning Point. I love how acting can do that for people, you know, and I love being involved in creating someone's imagination. So I definitely will pursue acting for sure.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to see you in more things.
Oh, thank you. Well, hopefully I'll be over in America next year, so I'll have to come pay you guys a visit. Yeah, as long as you guys have yogurt shops, I'll be there.
Oh, yeah, we do. We have them every corner as well. Plenty.
Perfect. Perfect.
And then go ahead and tell us also about your Twitter. Tell us about that. How do you like using it?
I love using my Twitter account. I just converted to an iPhone, so basically I didn't have an iPhone before about a year ago. I was trying to be different, and then I decided, you know what, I'll get an iPhone, and it's so easy to use Twitter, and I'm Twittering all the time, and sometimes I'll be out to lunch with someone and I'll be Twittering. They're like, hey man, come on, we're having lunch. But my Twitter account hasn't been verified, but it's just Paige Houden. That's all it is. And, you know, like I get a lot of messages from people, so I love getting messages from people. So write to me on Twitter and I'll definitely get back to you that day if I can. So yeah, I love Twitter.
Well, great. Thanks for verifying.
And I love your messages as well.
Yes, thanks for verifying again your Twitter name. So now people know that is officially you. It came straight out of your mouth. So now they know it's you.
Yes, and I've also got my Facebook as well as just Paige Houden, and I add everyone on Facebook. So yeah.
Great. And do you have a favorite tweet that you've tweeted or someone has tweeted to you?
Favorite tweet? I can't remember the girl's name, but there was this girl who tweeted something like, you know, you've got to be happy in your own skin, and this is who I am, and I'm just happy to be me. And I was like, that's really cool. And I retweeted it, and then I wrote to her. I was like, sorry, do you mind if I retweeted your tweet? She's like, no, it's totally cool. So I love really positive tweets, and I got a tweet from Andrew saying, like, add me on Twitter, I tweet my toes off. And I was like, ah. So that was kind of cute.
That is. Well, we love Twitter because it does bring everybody together again, like different countries everywhere. Just everyone's talking in one environment.
Absolutely, and it's such a little great concept, you know. You can just write a little paragraph, and sometimes when you check your Twitter, if you're having a bad day and you see a really positive comment, it just pulls you straight up. It's really nice.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and what other place, again, like you said, can you do this? You really can't. So, I mean, like, again, Facebook we have, but I like Twitter, I think, the best. You?
Yeah, I think Twitter, it's just so easy. You just you tweet a little something and then it's done, and then people can retweet it. On Facebook, it's like you have to upload a whole photo, and a whole photo takes like 10 minutes to upload. Yes. Come on.
Exactly. Do you have also Instagram?
I haven't gotten to Instagram yet, but I will. How do you use Instagram?
Okay, Instagram. You're not familiar with it at all?
I'm familiar with it, but I'm too scared to use it in case I don't know how to use it.
Oh, okay, no, it's really easy, and you're going to love it. You're going to take, like, hundreds of photos.
Yeah.
Go ahead and download it later today and try it out. You'll love it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably do it straight after I go and just start taking photos of anything and everything.
Yes. I think that's, yeah, you know what? That's one of my favorite apps as well. I love Instagram. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm just starting to get used to the iPhone and all the apps, and I went on the App Store last night for like 3 hours because I'd never been on there before. I was like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, you can be on there all day just downloading over and over.
Yeah.
So, and then we have a couple get-to-know-you questions. So this is Get-to-Know Paige. You ready for these?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so first question, go ahead and tell us your celebrity crush.
My celebrity crush?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Ah.
Huge Harry Potter fan. So I had a crush on... There was this guy in the background, actually. I don't know who he was. He wasn't playing a character, but he was in the background, and he had like a little wand and a cloak, and I was like, we will get married one day. So he was my crush, and also I loved Jacob at Twilight.
Okay. And I was going to ask you for Harry Potter because there's different movies, lots of them. Was he in every one, or you just saw him in one?
You know what? He was in every one except the last one.
Okay.
That's how much I was in love with him. I saw him in every single scene.
Wow.
But I liked Jacob out of Twilight, and I loved it when he turned into a wolf, and I was like, yeah, he's pretty cute.
Good one. Good choices. And how about, like, if you saw any of these people, would you get nervous to talk to them at all, or?
I wouldn't know. I think I'd try to play it really cool. Like, yeah, I've seen you before. It's cool. Like, I'd try to play cool, but I think inside I'd be really, really nervous.
Yeah. Well, I hope you meet them one day and marry the guy from Harry Potter.
Yeah. That would be so funny. It'd be like, oh, I saw you in every single episode. Yeah. It'd be like, you're a stalker.
It's not my fault you're in the movie here. You're the one who's in the movie. We're watching you. That's it.
That's a really good point. I should say that to him. I say, well, you know, if you didn't want me to come up to you and want to marry you, you should have never been in the movie, you know? It's your fault.
Exactly. And then how about a favorite fast food restaurant of yours?
Oh, I love America's Cup and Tutti Frutti, which are both yogurt places.
Oh, yes.
And I don't eat a lot of fast food, I've got to say. I definitely like the yogurt. I think, are the yogurt places considered fast food? Or not really?
No, not really. Like fast food, like French fries, hamburgers, like pretty much junk food, so like anything like that.
Okay, well, I don't eat a lot of fast food, but junk food, I do. Actually, I have really weird food cravings. So I crave things like sultanas, and I'll crave that for 6 months.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, I crave like porridge for 6 months.
Really?
And all I have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is porridge.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, like, actually, it happened when I was on set for Lightning Point. All I wanted to eat was mushrooms. That's all I wanted to eat was just mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
And then when we got up to, I think 2 weeks before we finished, I hated mushrooms. I didn't want mushrooms. Why have you got mushrooms there? And I really liked spinach. So I have weird food cravings.
Interesting. Is it, what type of restaurants do you have, like, in Australia? Anything
special? We have like every restaurant basically in America, but we don't have the chains. Like, we don't have In-N-Out Burger, which sucks because everyone loves In-N-Out Burger. I've never been there before, so
really?
I'll have to go to In-N-Out Burger. We have all the fast food restaurants except In-N-Out Burger. We don't have Ruby's. We don't have yogurt places. But we have, you know, same restaurants as America, so it's pretty good. But the food in America, the portions are so much bigger. That's a good thing. You get so much more. It's like going to the Cheesecake Factory. I went there when I was in Hawaii, and it was, like, huge.
Wow, yeah, Cheesecake Factory, that's a good one. We like that.
Yeah, the cheese, you get, like, a slice of cheesecake, and it's like the whole cake. You're like, whoa.
Right?
Yeah, whenever I went to America, half my suitcase would be just full of Pop-Tarts, and, like, SpongeBob Pop-Tarts and Hello Kitty Pop-Tarts.
Well, Phyllis, since you said you like eating healthy, what do you like to eat just on a normal basis? What do you like to eat?
Well, I really love porridge, which is kind of weird. I just love plain, straight-up porridge. I love a lot of fish. I really like seafood. I'm a big seafood eater, so I could pretty much eat anything in the sea. And I love lots of salads and green, like Asian greens, so like bok choy and spinach and Chinese broccoli, so lots of stir-fried greens. I really love eating my vegetables. So, but it's false what your parents say. If your parents say you eat your veggies and you grow, that's a lie, because I'm only 5'5".
Oh, wow. Do you mind being smaller than everyone, or it doesn't bother you too much, or it does?
No, actually, I love being smaller. I kind of, every now and then, it's like nice to be tall, but I think the best excuse when you're small is you have an excuse to go buy high heels, because you need to be taller to be up with everyone. So when you go shopping for high heels, you can kind of be like, well, I kind of need them. So it makes it okay, it's a bit expensive.
Exactly. Well, you don't want to be much taller than 5'5" anyways, because with the heels, like you said, I mean, you're like a perfect height, so you wouldn't, you know.
It can be a good advantage being small, you know. It's no one suspects a small person, which is what I always say.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and then go ahead and tell us something we may not know about you.
May not know about me? God, there's a lot of things. Well, I'm half Italian, so I've got very olive skin naturally. So whenever the summertime comes out, I go very, very dark. I already told you one of the things. I'm addicted to Animal Planet, and I'm a huge nerd, and I watch documentaries and all that. So I've told you that little fact. I'm adopted, so I'm sort of like Brandon in Lightning Point. I'm adopted, so that was really cool. I met my birth family and everything, and I've got 2 little twin brothers that are 5.
Wow, that is so neat.
Yeah.
There you go. We didn't know that about you. We didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's few little facts that now you know about me.
So cool. Interesting. We just have your Twitter and Facebook everyone can check you out on?
Just write me a message. If you don't think every beautiful messages that's sent on Twitter and supporting Lightning Point or Alien Surf Girls, it's really awesome. So thank you.